Bam! Okay, guys, welcome in the game. So, very quick analysis that we are going to have right now on the Bitcoin and the Ethereum. This is for my friends, for basically, I don't know how to pronounce this nickname, right? For Stanik and for Eric, who direct messaged me as well. He asked me, what do I think about Bitcoin and Ethereum? So this is for you and of course everyone else. We are going to do a quick analysis because I know that all of the other ones who trade crypto, this can be useful for you guys. So I open the chart here. I'm on the 2 hour, but let's first go at scale. But before we even dive into the analysis, guys, let me go back here. Before we even dive into the analysis, I want to make something very clear. You should not make decisions out of these videos that we are making, and whatever I'm talking, guys, you should not make trading decisions based on this unless you have a plan. Because let me make something very clear. The 3 times that I lost all my money and that I get liquidated, right, it was because, I mean, it wasn't the main reason. Of course, the problem was in me personally because I did not have a plan in place. Mainly, I did not have stop losses, right? I did not have basically stop losses to protect myself and risk management. But one of the reasons was that I was listening to another trader, right? To another person who was my mentor at that time, and I was listening to him, and basically when he was saying something, this will do this, I was just jumping because I mean he had authority in my eyes, right? Because I was trusting him. He was the guy who knew everything in my eyes. But in reality there is no such person, especially when it comes in reality there is no such person in life, in anything, right? In any other area, right? Someone who just knows what's going to happen. Even the one who predict the future, they are wrong, probably most of the time, and sometimes they are right and they will look like genius in everyone else's eyes, but in reality they gave 100 more predictions which did not happen, right? But when they hit, they people focus on the time when they hit and they think they know everything and they have crystal ball. So I want to make this clear, guys, for you that are watching these types of analysis and any type of trading ideas and stuff like this from other people. You just keep in mind that no one really knows what's going to happen. This is a game of probabilities that I'm always saying, right? So you never know 100%. So I really want to give you my analysis, right? But in the same time, I don't want you guys to make decisions out of it because you can lose, and I don't want this to happen because I already have a lot of references for this. I mean, a lot of pain with my personal experiences. This is why I want to create references and beliefs in your head that you should not never trust anyone who's telling you this will go up or down. I mean, you can of course watch this type of stuff with an educational purpose, right? To see how this person is thinking and all this stuff, but you should not make a trading decision unless you have a plan, right? It's okay to have to see what he's thinking and then to create a plan. Okay, now we have directional bias to go up, right? But here, if the price goes below here, I'm gonna be wrong and I'm gonna exit, right? And to have a strict risk management, stop losses and all this stuff, this is okay to do, but not simply just buy because someone said that they think it's gonna go up. So I wanted to to explain this. Let me drink a little bit of water. I got too excited. So now let's dive into it, right? Before we did another analysis, right? And we started on the weekly. And in reality, um, I thought it's gonna go down at first to let's actually hide this for now. I don't remember where we were when we did the previous analysis. Here it really looked like, I think, let me just make sure. Yes, I think we were somewhere here because I remember I was seeing this potential hidden divergence. Okay, we were somewhere back here when we did the previous analysis, right? For the one of you who watch it, you might remember. And the case that time, it was that the daily looked bearish to me, right? The daily looked like it wants to go and test these 200s to fill this gap that is here below and all this type of stuff. And it had a potential hidden divergence, but it was a potential, guys. You remember? It was a potential. Actually, let me duplicate this because I want to get rid of all these support and resistances because it might be annoying for you. You might not really be able to see the chart because there is a million support and resistances. Do we have it here or not really, or it's not yet loaded? Maybe there is no here, or actually there is no because we are on BNB BTC. Let's go to BTC. Okay, now let's delete it here, and I'm gonna use both these charts when I'm gonna go back to this because we're gonna need this support and resistance, but for now let's focus on where we finished before, right? So there was this scenario, something like this, but it was a potential, right? Because what you can see right now is that it never really crossed, right? Maybe we were somewhere around here because it was a potential, right? You see how the stochastic, it tried to, it did not even touch the purple, the orange, but it tried to, and if it crossed here, and if it crossed on close, right, this is when you can really play it, right? If it crosses here, this is a hidden divergence. As you can see, it's making a lower high here, and here it's already a higher high on the stochastic, and if it crosses below, it was definitely going to mean lower low incoming, and we're gonna test this this range right here, but it never really happened on the daily, right? The other thing that I was talking about, it was the weekly scale, right? And it was this hidden bullish divergence on the weekly scale that I liked very much, but at that time it was a potential, right? At that time we were we were not really cross above, right? So it was still a potential, but now this hidden divergence, guys, as you can see, let me just change this color to something else so you will see it clearly. So now this divergence is in play, this hidden divergence is in play. So because why it's in play? Because you already get the stochastic to cross, you already get the local low confirmed here on close, so you got everything. And what this divergence is telling, and this, guys, it won't always play out, you have to be aware of this, the hidden divergence, it won't always play out. But if it does, right, what it's telling us is that a higher high on weekly scale on close is incoming. That's all it says, right? So let me see if we are in the game. Yes, we are. Okay. So if this hidden divergence is about to play out, and it should, right, but it's not necessary that it's going to, guys. It's not always, it's nothing in trading is going to play 100% of the time. If it was going to, we are already billionaires, right? I mean, if we know that this thing on 100% it will make higher high on close, and I'm saying higher high on close because it can, what sometimes happen is that it's not breaking this high, but the candle is closing above this high, above the high, the close here, right, the highest close, and this is still valid play, right? So this was what can happen as well, because some people will wait it necessary to break above this level, above this week here, but it's not always going to happen. My point is that these hidden divergences, that they don't play out 100% of the time. If they were to play 100% of the time, just like I said already, we are a billionaires, we are somewhere in our yacht in the ocean, and we are partying, right? That's what we were probably going to be doing, but it's not that how it works. If it is to play out higher high on close, this is on the weekly scale. Now let's look on something lower. First, we are looking in the stochastic, right? First, let's analyze the stochastic on these higher time frames, and then we're going to look into the support and resistances and all this type of stuff. And also the EMA structure, right? So on the 3-day, everything looks great. On the 3-day, everything looks great. Oops, on the daily now the stochastic is in a bear cross and it's going down. Where if you see this stochastic on the daily, somewhere in the bullish control zone, right? If it bull cross, then you can expect continuation, right? This is on daily scale. Let's see on the daily scale. By the way, the EMAs, they look perfect as well. However, we still have gaps below us, and I have to remember to look at this as well. So let's open it right now on the chart, so I won't forget to talk about this as well. Let's open, I will just open it now, and I will after this talk about it, because we have another gap here, guys, as you can see. Let me actually clear all this type of stuff. So Right now it looks perfect, right? But we still have this gap below, so I really think that we are going to go down. One more thing, but actually let's look at the market structure later. Now let's focus on the EMAs, the stochastic, and all this type of stuff. 12 hour, we got the divergence, right? We got the divergence on the 12-hour stochastic, bearish divergence, and it's currently playing out, right? So basically, as you can see from here to here, and the stochastic was like this, right? So bearish divergence on the 12-hour, which means it doesn't mean reversal necessarily, but it means that at least we're gonna pause for a little bit, right? Then on the 6-hour there was a divergence, clear bearish divergence as well, right? And this was a beautiful trade right here because it gave a swing failure, so you could have easily entered here, right, on the swing failure plus divergence. Basically confluence of reasons, right? And now on the 2-hour, I mean, let's see what our friend Stani, I don't know, I don't really know what this nick, how to pronounce this, but anyway, he said that he don't even understand what Bitcoin is doing anymore, and that's totally normal. How can you understand this, right? Look what's going on right now. How can you understand this? You can understand it. I mean, this is totally sideways action. That's what it is, right? I mean, even me, I cannot understand it. It's just how it. Sometimes you're gonna get this, and that's okay. And the key here, guys, is that you have to know on what time frame you are playing, right? I don't know on what time frames you are guys trading. It actually, on whatever time frame you are trading, you have to be aware what's going on the higher time frames, right? So that's why I'm always giving you a view. What's going on the weekly, right, on the 3-day, on the daily, on the 12-hour. Even if you are trading on this time frame, for example 2-hour, you have to be aware. Of course, if you are trading on even lower time frames, during this you're gonna be destroyed, right? It's normal to be destroyed and to be losing money during this, because I mean, how can you trade this unless you are using support and resistances, because this is ranging, right? This is total sideways action. And look, the range is even, I mean, we have a range here. Basically this is the whole range, and inside this range we are, let's now use the Fibonacci, right, to see where is the middle of the range. So basically the 50 level is here. Let's see where we are currently. So this is the 50 level. Here in the beginning, below, then we went above a little bit, now we are below, right? I mean, this is total sideways action. How can you expect to play this successfully? This is why these lower time frames, they are good when there is trend, right? When there is trend you can trade here, but when it's ranging like this, you definitely can be destroyed, because let's see how big it is from here to the middle, because this is where most of the price action played, right? 2.55%, right? I mean, it's normal to be losing money if you are trying to trade this. It's absolutely normal, especially on the lower time frames, because in reality most of the price action is actually, it's even tighter, right? It's something like this. Look, most of the price action is in this range in reality. All below are wicks, and this range here, it's less than 2%. So it's absolutely normal for you to be losing money in this type of environment if you are trading these lower time frames. And let me show you what's going on. Basically, when it comes to horizontal support and resistances, it's normal to be getting this type of action when you are reaching here. We have weekly resistance and monthly resistance, right? So basically we are coming from here, we are coming into resistance. When you come into resistance, it's normal to get, I mean, sometimes of course you will get a strong rejection, but in this type of cases, this is actually bullish, guys, by the way. This is bullish. How when you see consolidation under resistance or above support, right? If it's, for example, here, as it was here, right? This was consolidation above support, right? Here we had the monthly and the weekly support, and as you can see what happened is, bam, right? We came to test right here. So this on itself is bullish. It doesn't mean that we're gonna break above, but so far it looks good and it's trying to break above, right? It's trying to, I mean, let's look on the lower time frames. Actually, the big fight is for this weekly, right? As you can see, it's trying to go above, then below, above again. Here we came for a very short. I mean, this was basically a trap, right? This was definitely a trap. Look at the volume, and then bam, right away we came below. We are not even testing this monthly yet. We just tested it here very briefly, but the fight is right now for this weekly. And as you can see on the weekly, it's currently rejecting. Now it's Friday, we have 2 more days, but it looks like it will close below. I mean, this week it retests. And let me tell you something, when it comes to price action, this definitely can be a lower high on weekly, right? When it comes to I'm switching gears a little bit on you guys. I mean, I want to go through all that. I mean, the EMAs, the dynamic support and resistance, the stochastic, the horizontal support and resistances, and the market structure. I want to cover everything so you'll get an idea what's going on, right? So, I mean, it might be fast for you. So you can, if you want, you can rewatch this video again if it's fast, so you get an idea what's going on. But on the market structure on the weekly, this, I mean, this can be a lower, this is a potential lower high, right? If it started to go down, I mean, this can be a lower high on the weekly, and we might not even get this higher high, and this can make a lower high here, right? But we don't know. So far the weekly structure is bullish, right? Because this here is also a potential higher low. If this is about to break above here, everything is still perfect on the weekly, right? On the daily, we were in a bear mode, now we are in a bull mode, right? I mean, the market structure is bullish, but again, this doesn't mean that this will not start to go down from here. And all this action, it might be a lower high on the weekly scale, right? It definitely might be. And if you start seeing too much of a rejection from these horizontal support and resistances that we talk about, and the price starting to now go down, definitely this can be lower high on the weekly, and we can go lower. Let's get an idea what can happen. Let's use the FIB. We have to, let me use it here. Actually, let's go to the weekly and let's get rid of all this type of stuff. So yeah, this is, I mean, so far we are still above. If this is about to be the top of this move up, and we are now in a downtrend, because we don't know yet, right? We don't know that yet, guys, especially when it comes to this higher scale. I mean, on the weekly we are still in an uptrend. If we start now to go and break here below, we can say we are in a downtrend. But so far we found support on this level, and if you guys know from my courses, above this level is a pump susceptible, right? I mean, if price stays above this level, is pump susceptible, and it can definitely make a higher high. The same is for the downside, right? But if we are about to start going lower here, we have here first 3H2, which is 9138 range. Then we have the 0.5, which is let me just close the door, guys, just give me a second. Okay, then we have the 0 point range, which is even lower, right? And then we have the best place, but this might not even come into play, right? This might not even come into play. I'm not saying that these are going to come into play, because we don't know yet if this thing is about to make a lower low here and come to some of these ranges, but this is how it works, right? So this is it so far for the Bitcoin, right? Whatever, guys, whatever decision you make, you always have to have a plan, right? You always have to have a stop loss in place, to have strategy in place that you are trading, not only to trade based on some intuition or something like this. You feel like it's gonna go up, or someone says it's gonna go up, and you are buying without any plan. This is just not how it works, and a person who's doing that will not be able to make it in trading. Let me quickly talk about the gaps. So yes, we have a gap here. One gap is here, right at this, which it's not yet filled. I mean, it's not filled. It came below on a week, but it's not filled, this gap here. And then we have another gap, 9650, I believe it is. I have alarm here as well, 9665 on this chart, on the CME chart. So far guys, the gaps always got filled, so I don't expect us to go from here to the moon without coming to fill the gap. It can happen, but so far it never really happened, so I don't expect us to do that. But definitely we can make a higher high here, and then because just I mean the more people start realizing about this place with the gaps, the more dangerous it will be, because someone can just take advantage on this, right? Because they will know everyone is expecting something to happen, and they will make it not to happen, right? And many people will get burned. But so far it's not the case. And definitely we can make a higher high here and then come down to fill this gap, but I really think that we are going to fill the gap, and I don't think we are going to go to the moon from here. Now Eric, who's chatting me right now, he also asked for Ethereum, right? So let's quickly look at Ethereum and see what's going on over there. Let's put back all this type of stuff that we have, and let's look at Ethereum BTC. So guys, you know that we are always looking, I mean the real analysis is being done on Ethereum BTC. You can also do on the Ethereum USDT, but you have to be aware that the Ethereum USDT is formed by the current BTC price multiplied by the price of Ethereum in Bitcoin, right? This is what the real Ethereum USDT price is formed, and I always like to do the analysis on the Ethereum BTC, right? So let's look what's going on here. Let's bring the stochastic. So on the weekly scale, if this is about to make a cross here, it's definitely gonna be very good, right? When it comes to the bulls, right? To the bulls long term, who are in this game for the long term. Also the structure of the EMA is very good, as you can see, right? We have the 8, 13, 21 above the 55. So the Ethereum on the weekly scale, however, right now the stochastic is bearish and the momentum is down on the weekly scale. There is no doubt in this, right? The momentum on the weekly is down, and this is forming a little bit here, like I mean probably there is a resistance if we go back and look from here. That's why it has this sideways action, but yeah, that's just how it is. Let's look on lower time frames, like the 3-day. On the 3-day we are actually above the 200s. The structure is good. It's oversold, right? We even have, yeah, it's oversold here on the 3-day, and we know that oversold is valid only above the 200s, which in this case is valid. So there might be a bounce here, right? When it comes to, I mean it has to go above at least a little bit. Then if it recross down in the bear control zone, we might look if going down more, but so far it looks great. I mean the EMAs, the 55 is almost going to cross above the 200, so it looks good. When it comes to the bulls, right, let's look at the daily. The daily, oh my goodness, the daily is very tight. So here guys, probably there's gonna be a move soon, right? There is going to be a move soon. On the daily it looks like this move definitely can be to the downside to test these ranges. At least this is what the EMAs are saying, but when the EMAs are so tight, they can easily cross above and the move can be to the upside. But definitely there will be a move on Ethereum. Let's look let's add here this one. Let's look where we are right now, and if what happened before when we were in this type of ranges. So the last time we were even below this type of ranges is in this consolidation right here. Let me show you. It happened right here in the sideways action, and you can see what followed after this, right? Before this we did not really get it. We get it once here, and as you can see we get a massive move to the downside as well, right? And another time we get it here, and then a massive trend to the downside, and one more here as well. But yeah, in this type of I mean, with this type of numbers here, I really think soon Ethereum is basically ready for a big move. We just don't know where it's going to be, but you can definitely catch it if you play. I mean, if you try to play it, especially with this strategy, because this strategy, the EMA strategy, it's always in a long or in a short signal, right? So there is no way to miss this move, guys. I don't know. I mean, I understand because before, for example, I always have this FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. But in reality, I mean, this does not longer exist, right? Because with, for example, with this strategy, you will catch it no matter if it's to the upside or to the downside. So you just have to pick the time frame that you want to play it, and just play the EMAs. This is how you're gonna be able to catch this move. And be prepared that, I mean, I'm not saying that this will start moving now or tomorrow. This can continue definitely, and this is the most frustrating. If you are at the end, it can be the most frustrating, and most of the people can give up, right, to try to catch it, because it right at the end it can definitely go so tight and so sideways that you might be stopped out a few times. But you definitely can play it that way, right? Even though if you get stopped out, if you are confident that there will be a big move coming, you can catch it, and you are going to catch it. You know that it's going to pay, right? It's going to pay off. Let's see on the 2 hour. Let's see how that's what I was talking about. Look at the EMAs here. Let's get away these 200s and this. If you are playing the EMAs, look what's going on. I mean, yes, this, let's start from here actually. So basically this was a probably break-even trade. Now here this was a losing trade, here this was a winning trade, this one loser, this one was a little bit break-even or loser as well. So this is what you're gonna get if you are trying to catch it on a lower time frame, right? Especially when it's about to break. It's normal when you see this type of consolidation. This is normal how it will be, but with this strategy you can definitely catch this type of move, or with another strategy it's totally fine as well. So this is where Ethereum is. In reality, it can go up, it can go down as well, and you might be like, oh, tell me something new. I know that. Yes, you know, but my question is, are you playing that way? Because usually how the people play it is they think it's gonna go up, and this is the only possibility they see, and when it starts to go against them, they're not gonna make money, even though their move is big, then they not only are not going to make money, but they are going to lose money, right? Because they are blind for the other opportunity. And you guys always have to know that there is not, you should not have one scenario to play, right? You should have multiple scenarios to the upsides, to the downsides, right? Not only one scenario, because this is how you can get burned. So yeah, this is it for Ethereum. One last thing before I cut this video is, let's check this coin that he said. So this Filcoin did 500% yesterday. Let me check this, because let me check how the chart of this look like. I'm not even sure if we will see it here. Fil, is it this one? Fil USDT or BTC? Let's check the USDT. Let's see if it's this coin. Yeah, probably this is the coin that he was talking about. But guys, what time frame can we go on? This does not have history, and I'm telling you guys, let's see basically. So this started from here, from $10. I mean, when it hit the exchange, from $10 to, oh man, I don't even know if it's this one that he was talking about. This made much more than this. Is it this? It should be this. I mean, it should be the coin, right, my friend? But this, in reality, from the bottom, if we measure it from the bottom to the top, it made 4,271%, 70%, right? So welcome in the crypto casino. Let's see on a 1 minute chart what happened. So in reality, oh, maybe we will not be able to go back that. Let's see if we have the history. It went to, no, we cannot go on 1 minute. Let me check in on the 5 minute chart. We will be able to check what happened. Yeah, that's what I thought. Guys, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm not even trying to do. I was trying to do this long time ago to try this type of stuff, but this is just like the casino. I'm telling you, at least in the approach that I have, this for me is like going to a casino when you are very very drunk and you don't know what's going on and you have a lot of money in your pocket, so you know what the outcome is going to be even if you are not drunk, and you still know what the outcome is going to be. The casino is going to make money in the long term. So these people who are behind this type of pumps, they're going to collect the money of the other traders. I'm not even sure. I mean, I don't know if serious people are trying to do this type of stuff when it comes to trading, because there is no chart. I mean, how can you make a decision on this? What he said, it has right, because he asked for if there is a potential to be no, I mean to anticipate it, right? So I like his strategy. I like your strategy, my friend, because you want to anticipate it, which is perfect. And if you come up with a strategy, please let me know. We're gonna make a lot of money. So yeah, if you are trying to anticipate it, you can, but if you are trying to trade it, I don't really advise you, because this you can get burned. I mean, can you imagine? You know that when it comes to a trade, there is always two people, right? I mean, there is one from the buy side and there is one from the sell side. Can you imagine the people who are buying here? What happened to them? What happened to these people who are buying here, because the price cannot go up if many people are not buying? What happened to them? You guys know what happened to them. We all know, and we don't want to be there. So let's stick to. By the way, on the 5 minute time frame, when you got the history, if it's so volatile, you could have traded it even with the EMA strategy if you know that it's volatile, because let's see, this is moving enorm. I mean, oh man, on a 5 minute chart, this is, look what kind of percentages this is doing, right? With the, but yeah, I did not trade it, and I'm not even going to try to trade it to trade this type of new coins. But you guys can definitely do it if you want to. If you want to play casino, and if you want to do a little bit of donations to some wealthy people, you can, you can do it. And you, my friend, if you come up with a strategy to catch this type of moves, just let me know. And I mean, I can provide a capital for us to do that type of stuff, and we're gonna share 50-50. I'm joking, right? I'm joking about this. So this is it, guys, for this analysis. I will upload it right away, and I will send you the link here. And I'll talk to you again soon. Oops.